Hello there, YouTube. My name is Scott, and I just got around to watching She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, Season 5, Episode 13, series finale. Now, I thought it was a little odd when, there was so much going up against the rebellion right at the end of the last episode. But then within, the first 6 minutes, Glimmer managed to overpower her father, and Bo outwitted Scorpia to get Entrapta's virus up into the network and be able to disable everybody's chips. That was literally within the first 6 minutes of this entire show. And Bo sent a message out to all of Etheria to fight Prime's clones. Meanwhile, on the way to the heart of Etheria, Adora, who got injured by the Guardian of the Heart or whatever it was, it's like this weird sort of lizard monster with tentacles coming out of its mouth, looked like she was about to get eaten, and Catra and Shadow Weaver show up, of all people. And Catra's fighting off the monster while Shadow Weaver drags Adora to the heart to try and get her to do her failsafe thing. But then she realizes she has to go back and help Catra. So she goes back and gets Catra to follow Adora while she fights the monster off, and she took off her mask. She did not look good under there, but that's besides the point. Because she sacrificed herself to kill the monster when the magic of the heart was within her grasp. I mean, I knew there was going to be a sacrifice at some point, but didn't expect that one. I don't know why. Catra dragged Adora to the heart, but whatever that monster did when it attacked her was weakening her, and she couldn't do anything. And Prime's machine activated and started sucking up the magic. He told the clone that had entrapped a prisoner to kill her, but it was the Hordak from our world. Not our world, from Etheria. And instead of doing it, Hordak basically pulled a Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. Blasted Hordak Prime, and then dropped him down into a chasm. Or so they thought, because Prime, I guess, somehow shifted into this Hordak. I don't know. He came down to the planet, started taking control, and Rebellion, everybody on Etheria basically is fighting against his clone army. And Catra's trying to get Adora to do what she needs to do to absorb the magic, and she can't do it because she's too weak. And somehow Prime gets into, the dreams that she's seeing, and he's absorbing magic this entire time. And Catra somehow gets into whatever vision it is that she's having while she's dying, and she tells Adora flat out that she loves her. And Adora wakes up and says, "I love you too," and they kissed. I suppose that made sense. I'm not sure if I saw it coming, but, I mean, you're supposed to be surprised by stuff sometimes, right? So it turns out that the power of love obviously helps to control the heart of Etheria. And she draws the magic into herself while Prime is basically destroying Etheria. And she stops it, obviously. First, she blasts the evil of Prime out of Hordak, so he has his Etheria memories back. Entrapped is ecstatic. She raises her sword to the sky and somehow terraforms Prime's ship into a massive tree floating in space, which you'd think would die off pretty easily. Then stabs her sword into the ground and basically terraforms all of Etheria. And now that I think about it, nobody's making any mention of Shadow Weaver. Ever. They're celebrating at this point. Is there something missing? See, besides Adora's vision of the future, it was neat. No, I don't think so, because they're all celebrating. Glimmer finally formally met her dad. Scorpia and Catra are good. The whole big princess hug, and Mermista was like, okay, so we're all okay with Hordak just being here now? And at the end, the best friend squad, when Bo asked what they should do now, they decided to take a little trip to spread magic across the universe. And that's where the series ended. All in all, obviously this wasn't made for someone in my demographic, but there was enough to keep it enjoyable, actually. You know, sometimes you don't see things coming. Sometimes you do. I was really worried this whole final battle was going to be just a mirror image of the battle for Bright Moon at the end of Season 1, which was totally predictable. But it wasn't, and that's what I liked about it. It did seem like they set up a lot to be paid off in a half-hour episode, but they managed to do so, I think. Except for the fact, like I said, nobody even mentioned Shadow Weaver's sacrifice. I mean, she had a full-on character arc. She deserved it. But in the end, I suppose, yes, I would recommend the show if you want to watch it. If you're good with the very, very positive representation. I mean, you got Bo and his two fathers, Spinnerella and Natasa are married. Double Trouble can be like any gender, so they're always referred to as they. They use they pronouns for